Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be beginning our new unit. It's going to be called History Mythbusters. Does anybody have any ideas what we think this unit's going to be about? Okay, basically the end result of this unit is going to be a few things. We're going to shed some light on two significant historical figures that we all have talked about, we all know a lot about, and what we're also going to do is write an essay about these figures and create a comic book. So we're going to do some fun things, we're going to do some reading, we're going to do some essays, at the same time investigating two types of people. Today we're going to begin the first part of our unit. Can anybody tell me what a myth is? Okay, a myth is a myth is something that you hear a lot about, and some of them are true and some of them are not. Has anybody ever seen the show Mythbusters? On this show, basically they investigate different things, whether they're urban myths, historical myths, and then take a look and see what the truth is to them. So today what we're going to be doing is starting our trek as Mythbusters. We're going to be investigating two significant historical figures, one Rosa Parks that we already studied a little bit, and one Christopher Columbus. These two figures were shown because there are many myths about them that a lot of people believe are true. Okay? So what we want to do first is I want you to write down everything you may know about Rosa Parks. Okay, now that you've had some time to do that, what we want to do is create a list of what we know about Rosa Parks. Okay, first, okay, normal bus rider. Okay, that's good. She was a seamstress. Okay, that's good. Yes, she had to move to the back of the bus. That's good. Back, sometimes we abbreviate. Okay, she may have started the civil rights movement. Let's put that down. We're going to abbreviate. Okay, what else? She have started the bus boycott, Montgomery bus boycott.
Regarding the interruption, Joshua Johnson, company main office.
Okay, anything else? She was arrested. Correct. All right, very good. Okay, what we're going to do now is write down what we know about Christopher Columbus, so we're going to continue on. Alright, so what do we know about Christopher Columbus? Okay, he was an explorer. Okay, Queen of Spain, sold her jewels, finance. Okay, interesting. What else? Founded a new world. What else? He was a slave trader. Okay, killed off Native Americans. Okay, Italian. Anything else? Okay. Okay, basically we've seen some different things about these historical figures. We wrote down what we knew. And what we're going to do next is we're going to take a look at what we know about these people. So what we're going to do is we're going to create our Venn diagrams. So go ahead and do that now on your papers that I've given you, and write down all the information that you know. Alright, now that we've done that, what I want to do is we're going to take a look at what we wrote down on our graphic organizer. So a lot of us, what we basically did was transferred the facts that we had on the board for Rosa Parks, what we know about her before the reading, and then what we're going to do after the reading. So basically we know, where we think we know, that she was a normal bus rider. She had to move to the back of the bus. She started the civil rights movement. she started the bus boycott, and that she was arrested. So what we're going to do in a few minutes is we're going to investigate whether those are true or not. Okay? Then we're going to take our Columbus Venn diagram that she's been working on as well, and add our facts to that. Okay, so for Columbus, we listed that he was an explorer. He found the New World. He brought slaves to the New World and killed off Native Americans. So these are the things we know before we look at our investigation and our reading. And then we're going to look at what we learned after, and then what was true about some of these myths. What's going to fall in between them. Okay, so now that we have our Venn diagrams, what I'm going to do is pass out our reading selection about Rosa Parks first. So when everybody take a look at those, go through and take notes, and you can fill out your information right on your Venn diagram. Okay, now let's take a look at Rosa Parks about what we learned. We were able to read through information. We took some good notes, put them right on our Venn diagram, so let's see what we know. Before we read, we said she was a normal bus rider. That was not true. She was actually an active civil rights advocate. All right? She had to move to the back of the bus. That was true. So we can put that in the middle. Civil rights movement. She did not start the civil rights movement. She started the bus boycott. So we can put that in a way she did. The reading stated in a way that she did. And we know she was arrested. Also arrested, so we'll put that in the middle. So we saw some of our myths were dispelled. She wasn't just a normal seamstress. She was actually someone who was already active in the civil rights, and they sort of placed her there. Okay. All right. Now that we've looked at Rosa Parks and we've seen what some of the myths were, let's do the same with Christopher Columbus. So jot down your notes as you read about Christopher Columbus. Right, we did the same thing we did with Rosa Parks. We took a look at some myths about Columbus, so let's go through and fill out our Venn diagram. He definitely was an explorer, so that was for both. He founded the New World. He didn't actually find it. He was one of many who had actually went to the New World or the Americas. He brought slaves to the Northwest. That is untrue. He was not a slave trader. Okay, he killed off the Native Americans. He did not. The Spanish conquistadors that came after, we learned that they were more responsible. And we also learned that the Spanish queen did not sell her crown jewels. All right. So what we did is we took a look at both of these historical figures. We wrote down what we knew ahead of time. We created our Venn diagrams, what we knew ahead of time. We read some information. We were able to dispel some myths. So what were some myths that we were able to put the rest about Rosa Parks? One was that she wasn't a normal seamstress, that she was actually involved in the civil rights movement, that she did not, in fact, start the civil rights movement, which some of us said. How about Columbus? He was an explorer. He didn't find the New World. He was one of many who had explored it. He was not a slave trader. and he was not solely responsible for the demise of Native Americans. We've gotten a lot of good information today. What we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to continue our look at these two figures. We're going to take what we learned eventually and we're going to put it in the essay form. And then what we're going to do is turn our essays into comic books for all of us who would like to be artistic. If no one has any questions, I want you to take these home and take a look at them for homework. Thank you.